Hello and welcome back to Blueberry Cube with me, David Carr. I'm recording this in the midst of the global coronavirus pandemic, or COVID-19, I think its technical name. So I hope wherever you are that you're taking precautions to try and minimize the risk of you contracting it. It's a very nasty bug from what I hear and from what I read, but life must go on and English goes on. And in today's lesson, we're going to look at homographs. What are they? Find out. So, what is a homograph? Well, homographs are words, usually a pair of words, usually two, which are spelled exactly the same. So they look the same on paper, but the pronunciation is different and they have different meanings. Now, this often causes difficulty for people who are learning English, because they learn to pronounce the word one way and then find they have to pronounce it a different way to mean something else. And when you see it in writing, it can be very confusing. There are hundreds of homographs in the English language, but today we're just going to look at three of them as an example. And the first one is this word, which is either bass or bass, depending upon what you're talking about. If you're talking about bass, or pronouncing it bass, it means a musical instrument, like a bass guitar, or a bass stand-up, like a big stand-up violin. That's called a bass. So, for example, Jane plays bass in a jazz band. Or Jane plays bass guitar in a rock band. And bass can also be an adjective to describe someone's voice. So, for example, a male singer might have a bass voice or bass tenor voice. So it's bass when it's referring to a musical instrument or a tone or a pitch. However, as a noun, it also has another pronunciation, which is bass. And bass is a type of fish, usually quite expensive. It's a sea fish. So, for example, we had bass for dinner last night. So it's a homograph. It's spelled the same way, but a different pronunciation and different meaning. That's number one. The second example is this word, which is either a commune or to commune. And one is a noun and the other is a verb. And I'm going to explain both. But the difference in pronunciation is, again, which syllable is stressed. It's a two-syllable word. If you stress the first syllable, commune, then it's a noun. And it means a place where people all live together and they share all their belongings and things and they share all the work and everybody contributes to the good of the whole house or whole farm, whatever it is. You might find reference to this in history, the Paris Commune. Also in the 1960s, a lot of hippies in places like Britain or America also went to live in communes where they shared their lives together. So it's a noun meaning kind of all living together and sharing things. And if you're using it in this way, you stress the first syllable, commune. But it's also a verb, to commune. And now we stress the second syllable. And as a verb, it means to share your deepest thoughts and spiritual feelings with somebody. to share spirituality with them. It's almost a religious experience, to commune. So, for example, I went to the commune to commune with my friends. It means to be in very close spiritual contact, which is why the church, the Christian church, celebrates Holy Communion. So it's either a commune, a noun, first syllable, or to commune, which means to share spiritual feelings and thoughts, a verb. And the third example of a homograph that we're going to look at is this word. Now, this is either an adjective, in which case it's invalid, or it's a noun, invalid. And the difference again is on the syllable that you stress. This is a 3-syllable word. So let's look at both. As an adjective, it's invalid, and the stress is on the middle syllable, VAL, invalid. And it describes something which is not correct or not right. So, for example, invalid argument. Or, for example, a passport that is out of date, that is no longer within its date range, is an invalid passport. It's not proper anymore. You can't use it. So invalid is something that is wrong or improper or incorrect, and it's an adjective. But this word is also a noun, invalid, and the stress here is on the first syllable, invalid. And it describes a person who is very ill or very sick or has been badly injured, and they have to be in hospital and they can't look after themselves. So this word, this homograph, is either invalid, adjective, which means not correct or not proper, or invalid, which is a noun meaning a sick person. And you stress either the middle syllable for the adjective or the first syllable for the noun. Invalid, invalid. Okay, well, I hope that's been helpful for you. You may well be watching this under circumstances of quarantine or curfew, so I'm glad to be able to provide a little bit of entertainment and education while you're stuck in the house. Wherever you are, please have the best day that you can and take precautions to stay safe and virus-free. See you soon. Bye.